Hi, my fun channel hyuneeEats. It's your girl Hyunee, and today I'm going to be eating chicken Alfredo pasta, so let's get started. So for today's chicken Alfredo pasta, I used brown rice noodles, chicken tenders, broccoli, mushroom, onions, minced garlic, and of course Alfredo sauce. And here I have some pickles from Trader Joe's. And you guys are probably saying, Hyunee, why do you have pickles when you're eating pasta? Well, a lot of Koreans eat pickles with a lot of cheesy food like pizza, pasta, and just anything that's Italian. Mainly because for the crunch, and also because if you eat a lot of cheesy food, it gets a little too cheesy and the taste gets a little boring. So the pickles help, put in that little kick to your food. So let's dig in because I'm super hungry. And then pickle. That's what I'm talking about. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know that I was on a trip to Korea, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, back to Finland, and then back to Korea, and then back to LA. So because I was on the plane for so long this trip, I wanted to talk about my flight experience. Let me first tell you and see if you guys can guess why I had one of the worst experiences. First of all, there was this sound coming from left and right and front and back. Can you guys guess why I had one of the worst flight experiences? Well, cheers to that first. As much as I love babies, I don't love babies, especially on planes. And my flight from Korea to LA was around 11 hours to 12 hours. So can you guys guess what I had to go through? I literally could not sleep. I think I had like 1 hour of sleep within the 12 hours of flight from Korea to LA. And I thought I was going to go crazy. Especially because it was just not one baby that was on the plane. In our area, it was 4 babies. There were 2 in the front and I think 2 in the back or something like that. And I don't mind babies on the plane, but this time, like this baby, one baby. First of all, this baby cried a little weird. It wasn't like the normal, it was like, like a dying bird or something. So I was like, whoa. And normally, parents can get their babies to stop crying. But this baby was crying for like 30 minutes straight. And the flight attendants got a little annoyed too because, like all the passengers were getting kind of frustrated because of the baby crying. And so the flight attendant at one point tried to calm the baby herself because people were supposed to have their seatbelts buckled. But the baby was just crying even more. I don't know if like this parent just did not know how to take care of her baby, but the baby just constantly kept crying. I seriously thought I was gonna go insane. I tried to put on my headphone volume up all the way, but it was like way too loud for me. So I had to like put it down. And I tried to watch a movie. I tried to listen to music, but the baby's voice was just way too loud. I don't blame the baby. I know, like, the baby is, like, in a new environment, like, on the plane, and I'm pretty sure the pressure, like, probably gets to them. But I feel like the parents should have known what to do. I don't know. I'm not a mom or anything, so I'm sorry if, you've been through this and it's really hard for you to control the situation. If you've ever, been on a flight with your baby and you couldn't control your baby. I know it's hard. I just thought I was gonna go insane. So, just letting you guys know my flight experience back to LA. I didn't have sleep the day before either because I try to stay up the night before and then just knock out on the plane because it's quite uncomfortable on planes. So I didn't sleep the night before and I couldn't sleep on the plane because of the babies. It was just the worst. So babies, I love babies, but on planes, I just can't. They're cute and everything, but they're crying. It just makes me go insane. I'm just like, help me. You drive me crazy. I just can't sleep. The baby's crying got me in too deep. Anyway, that was my flight experience back to LA. Oh my gosh, and let me tell you what happened on several of my flights on this trip. Like, I was waiting for the bathroom, right? And it was green. It was vacant. So I opened the door, but there's someone in there. I'm like, why do people not lock the doors on the planes? This already happened to me like 5 times. Like, overall. But this trip, it happened to me twice. But thank God that they weren't, like, on the toilet seat, taking care of business. They were actually, like, zipping up. But still, it just makes it awkward. I'm just like, oh, sorry. Like, it's not my fault, but it's just awkward. I don't know why people don't lock the doors. It's like, are any bathroom doors ever automatic? Like, they don't automatically lock itself, Please, please, please lock your bathroom doors if you're using the bathroom. It just makes it uncomfortable for you and for the people that open the door on you. Okay, scenario number 3. This is the worst that could ever happen to you, I think. When when you're on a long flight, they give you slippers, right? So people take off their shoes and put on their slippers. But what do you do when the person next to you, their feet stinks? Like, stink. Woo! This happened to me twice too, and it's not like I can be like, can you put your shoes back on because your feet stink? I can't do that. And the 2 times that did happen to me, I just had to deal with it because I didn't want to be rude and, what are they going to do? Have you ever sat next to someone whose feet stink? Please comment down below and tell me if you did anything about it or what would you do if, that ever happened to you? I couldn't say anything, and I was just like trying not to do this. So I was like leaning to the side and just acting like I was leaning on my hand, like my nose on my hand, like that. The whole flight, I was like, and try to sleep on it. If I drink a certain amount of wine, like I get sleepy. So that is one way I sleep on the plane. How do you guys try to sleep on the plane? Because it's really uncomfortable to sleep on the plane for like 10 hours straight. And this is my method. I drink wine to fall asleep. But of course, I drink responsibly, you know? I don't drink to get drunk on the plane. When I got on the plane to get back to LA, I saw this video where this drunk guy is spitting at the flight attendant and he's like uncontrollable, you know? He's just drunk, but he attacked the passenger next to him because she wasn't responding to him when he was asking her questions, which is ridiculous. Like, just because the person next to you isn't going to respond to you, you're going to go crazy and, like, spit at the flight attendant. Like, I've seen so many news lately about, like, drunk people on planes, and it's like, if you're gonna drink and you're gonna get on a plane, please drink responsibly. Like, we don't pay thousands of dollars to get on the plane to sit next to, like, a drunk person and, you know, like, have to deal with that kind of stuff. I just felt really bad for the person that was sitting next to him and the people that were trying to, you know, put him under control. Like, the flight attendants, yes, they do have a good life. They get to travel a lot of places, like to a lot of countries and stuff. But you don't see like the bad stuff that goes on, you know, around, like dealing with drunk people and dealing with people that harass them. So I don't understand why people drink so much to the point where they get drunk and act like that on planes. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Recently, on my flight back from Finland to Korea, I witnessed sexual harassment by a passenger, and it just got me thinking, like, they can't really do anything. Like, the flight attendants can't really do anything when the passengers harass them, because their job is to serve them, and they can't, like, complain and be like, oh, don't do this to me, because then the passengers are going to complain. So what I witnessed on my flight, this guy, he was maybe in his 50s. This flight attendant was like serving water or something, and then he had to get up to go to the bathroom, and so the flight attendant was like this, facing her back to him, and then he got up and he was like holding her like this. I saw that moment and I was like, what the heck? Like, why is he touching her like that? Like, he was touching her stomach area and stuff. And then I was like, maybe he fell, you know, and like touched her on accident to like hold something. But then this guy was sitting in front, like to the left side, and then now I can see him facing forward. Again, this flight attendant, I guess he wanted to talk to her or something, and he was like leaning on her and like whispering or something. when he could have just, like, talked to her normally, right? And then she gave him water or something. He's like, oh, thank you. Like, rubbing her arm like that. He's, like, rubbing her arm. And I'm just like, why is he, like, rubbing her? And then I see the flight attendant. She comes towards me, and she's, like, rolling her eyes. Because she can't really do anything. So, you know, I know flight attendants have the lavish life of traveling. They get to, I think, stay in one place for a day or something. It depends, I think. But, like, in situations like that, when passengers harass them, they can't really do anything, and I feel bad. This is serious. I don't think it's like a joke that they can just let it go, you know? And the guy that was drunk, he's like said, oh, I don't remember because I was drunk. So they're saying, like, because he doesn't remember, they could just fine him instead of, you know, having him serve time in jail. Which I don't think is fair because he's never going to learn his lesson. He basically attacked everybody on the plane. Like, it's not a joke. My message today is drink responsibly, kids. Well, kids don't drink, but drink responsibly, everyone. Adults. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also to become a honeybee. And like this video if you guys liked it. And comment down below if you guys have any questions or comments. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.